y'all doing? I'm Nick. Y'all are in the shop here with Nick.Pickz. Today we're going to tell y'all a little bit about myself, about my business, and what we do here at the Vintage Community Shop.
Alright, Nick. Where were you born?
I was born right here in Savannah, Georgia. You know, I'm a 912 local. I absolutely love the area. The Coastal Empire has been my home my entire life. This has pretty much always been my home, Savannah and Richmond Hill. So I feel natural being in this environment. I don't think I'll ever leave. Plan on raising my family here when it gets to that point, and I don't see it ever changing.
What do your parents think about your job?
At first, they were a little skeptical for sure. They definitely were not 100% aware of the margins that you can make in this business, exactly how it worked, and even if there was money and a future in this business. But I think once I started getting the markets going and showing them these margins, I think they kind of woke up a little bit, and from then on, they've been like extremely supportive. Anytime I need any kind of like help. One time my washer and dryer broke, I was straight over to their house. They had no problems. They were helping me out with that 100%. So it's just little stuff like that that's going to help push your business, having all that support, whether it be from your friends, family, your girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever it is, Just having that strong bond and like making sure you're keeping those connections, that's going to just drive your business into absolute orbit. Like, I don't know any way else to put it.
What advice would you give to someone who's getting started into vintage reselling or wants to get started into vintage reselling?
Yeah, I would definitely, I remember when I first got started out, I was definitely nervous. It wasn't the most inviting environment to be going and picking at the bins or going out to these estate sales, yard sales, because you would definitely see other resellers, but the best thing I could say is just be yourself. You don't want to be sitting there trying to copy someone else's style or someone else's vibe or feel of what they got curating. You always want to be yourself and really curate what you like. I think that will really just help you out, and definitely just make sure that you're really looking into your resources. I mean, the day and age that we live in, there's no reason you can't look up any single thing that you need to use as a tool to help you in your business, whether it is locating tags, locating year stamps, styles of clothing. There's so many different types of clothing that I've learned about since I've started doing this that I would have never been aware of if I never started doing this. So if you just be a sponge, learn everything you can. Definitely listen to the guys who have been in it a couple of years. They definitely know what they're doing.
What got you into vintage reselling?
I've been collecting vintage knickknacks, items, antiques, collectibles, and t-shirts pretty much my entire life. I've always loved thrifting and going to yard sales, and I've always had a knack for the Goodwill, of course. And ever since then, it's just felt natural, and over the past year, I've been getting into it full time, and it's been nothing but fruitful for me. I absolutely love doing it. Vintage is my passion. I love just holding good, curated, cultural valued items. I don't know how else to put it. I mean, these t-shirts to me are a part of the culture. I think they help shape who we are as a community, society, and everything in between. So I just like preserving that culture.
Where did the name Nick.Pickz come from?
I was actually sitting at one of my sourcing places with my friends, and we were just kind of joking around. I didn't quite have the moniker Nick.Pickz yet, but I was always saying that I was going to start picking, because I'm always picking and trying to be specific about what I'm grabbing. So I think Nick.Pickz was just a fit. I actually tried to get the Instagram moniker Nick.Pickz with an S at the end, but unfortunately a guy that likes to take pictures, he's got that moniker, so unfortunately I don't own that moniker, so it is Nick.Pickz with a Z at the end. Yes, Nick.Pickz with a Z. That is my handle, that is my moniker, that is where you're at. We're in Nick.Pickz right now.
Do you remember your first sale?
Frankly, I do not remember my first sale. I can remember my first market, and I can remember my first time selling my first $100 item. It was a Carhartt jacket that I had actually gotten from my old job. It was issued by my old job at FedEx. It was a Carhartt hooded. And I remember I put it on my story and I said best offers, and somebody offered $100, and that absolutely blew my mind. I had no clue why anybody wanted that jacket for $100. That was my first big sale, and I was super pumped about it. And from then I knew that Carhartt was one of the most iconic pieces in the business. If you can get your hands on a good vintage Carhartt jacket, that is by far one of the grails. Everybody's looking for one. They're so durable, you can wear them for years, and they're generational.
How has life affected you since you became a vintage reseller?
It's definitely given me a lot of time to think. It's definitely been a lot more risky. You got to learn to take better risks. Where there's no risk, there's no reward. So you got to be able to take risks, and it's definitely made me a little bit more daring. I've definitely become a little bit more ballsy. At one point, I was knocking doors in an old neighborhood and offering a service to help take out people's old clothing and unwanted clothing, and actually sourced out a lot of really cool stuff doing that. And you're just providing a service for your community, helping out some old folks that can't necessarily take care of that kind of stuff, so going out there and just getting creative in the way that you source and how you do your vintage business, it's really up to you. I mean, there's no limits to it.
Do you remember your first ever Grail piece of clothing?
Absolutely, yeah. So it's actually right up there on that wall. It's going to be that Space Your Face. We'll get y'all a picture of that here in a minute. But yeah, that was my first one. It was a 1992 Space Your Face on a liquid blue tag. Absolutely thrashed out, completely worn. Definitely belonged to a really cool OG owner. I did not get to meet him. I actually did find that at a Goodwill up in Asheville, North Carolina. I was actually up there for vacation and back in 2022, and that was my first Grail piece, and that was way before I even started selling. So yeah, now it sits as a wall piece here at Nick.Pickz. It's one of my favorite pieces in the shop. No, it's not the most expensive. No, it's not the most rare, but it is my Grail. I'm proud of it. I love it. It's gonna sit up there for a long time.
Have you ever thought about quitting?
Definitely. I mean, yeah, I have a lot of friends that work in a lot of management positions, a lot of guys in corporate, a lot of guys in blue-collar positions, and yeah, they have a consistent lifestyle that they live. And yeah, I mean, it is definitely envious to be, hoping that you could have that, but I feel like if you really dedicate your time doing this vintage stuff and doing and curating your business alone, I feel like you can honestly keep up with them, if not do better. All the while just being your own boss. I mean, yeah, I know that's kind of rough to say, but at the end of the day, you want to be your own boss. Everybody doesn't want to answer to someone. You want to be able to have artistic freedom. You want to be able to do what you want within your business and have full creative strength.
Do you intend to do this for your whole life?
That's a great question. I'm not quite sure at this point in time. I think that if it goes as well as I think it will, I think I could possibly do this for the rest of my life, but there's no way that I can pin it for sure. I mean, I take it day by day, month by month, year by year, so hopefully it takes me through my 20s and, into my 30s, and we'll kind of go from there. But for right now, it's the next 5-year plan for sure. I definitely want to make this explode. This is my favorite thing to do. I'm passionate about it. I do it every single day. I live and breathe this stuff. I'm trying to learn as much as I possibly can every single day. I feel like I've learned so much already since I've been doing it over this past year. And I'm just pumped to keep going.
How do you balance your work life and your regular life?
That's a great question. So, funny enough, my girlfriend is actually a school teacher. Funny enough, so she works a very necessary job, I guess you could say, and I work a very non-necessary job. So us comparing stories at the end of the day is very different, and I think that definitely grounds me because it makes me want to treat this as much like a business as possible. It makes me want to go as serious as I can with this and actually make this explode, see these margins, and make sure that I'm giving back to the community while also making this business grow as much as I can. I love giving back to the community. I love keeping everyone dripped out in the best t-shirts, best jackets, and everything in between. So, yeah, it's definitely odd balancing work and life because some weekends you got to work these markets, and some of these weekdays you're gonna have to wake up at 4:30 in the morning to be at that estate sale or to make it to that flea market that you want to go to. So it's definitely a grind. It's definitely gonna dip into your personal time on your Saturdays or your Sundays. So definitely don't get into this business unless you're willing to do it full time. And when I say full time, I mean Monday through Sunday and everything in between. So yeah, definitely a hard way to balance in between life and work, but when you love what you do, it doesn't really feel like work.
Do you ever intend to open up a store?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like any real vintage guy that's out here doing these markets, trying to get exposure and grinding as hard as I am, I feel like the goal is to have a brick and mortar. One of the guys that started out here in Savannah, his name is Ian. Shout out Papa John's. He's like setting up the blueprint. He already has a brick and mortar. He's a great dude. I mean, he's putting on for the community. He's putting on for his school. Yeah, and I mean, absolutely, everybody wants a brick and mortar, and yeah, I think that's the goal eventually. Next 2 years, 3 years, be on the lookout. Not sure if it will be in Savannah. I hope it's in Savannah, but no telling what the future holds.
What were you doing before vintage reselling?
That is a loaded question also. I have had a multitude of jobs. I have been a valet at several different hotels in the downtown Savannah area. I was a FedEx delivery driver. Shout out Low Tide Logistics. Yeah, and I've done a lot of odd jobs in between. I've been a delivery driver, I've done manual labor, I've been a moving man. So yeah, I've definitely tried a lot of different things, but I think I've settled in on what I really like to do, and I think that this is going to hold the future for me, and I'm going to take this train as far as it'll take me. So, yeah.
Do you have any tips for sourcing?
Man, a lot of people want to gatekeep, but I'm not one of them. You can go anywhere, man. I mean, type in on your TikTok or your Instagram or whatever you're watching this on and literally say, how do I source vintage clothing? And you will see several different ways. I'm not going to give y'all any freebies because that would be cheating, but get resourceful. Get on your phone. Get on your laptop. Talk to a friend. You got a homie that does this? Holler at him. He probably knows it. Try and go with him. Start getting into it. The more you focus, the more you'll find.
What do you think of the people or vintage resellers at the bins, like Goodwill community, like the people who get aggressive or the people who just push you out the way, or like, let's say you would go to pick up a shirt and they immediately just yank it out of your hand?
So unfortunately, that actually happened to me like yesterday. But then again, I can't lie. I mean, a lot of these guys are in there. I am definitely guilty of maybe brushing shoulders or kind of grabbing. I mean, you get frisky in there. Let's be real. Like, I hate to admit it. I honestly need to get better about it. Some of the other guys, we get rambunctious in there, right? So I mean, it's hard to control yourself. I mean, I'm not super proud of some of the things you got to do to get it how you get it, but you know, it's a free-for-all in there. It's like the fucking Wild West. I mean, I've seen guys getting fights in there. I've seen women, grown women our mother's age, yelling at each other, ready to fight about some baby clothes. They mean it. Like, they're serious. And I mean, no, it's not just the little vintage heads, and it's not just the old lady. Like, it's everyone in there. I mean, nobody's free of this guilt. Like, if you're in there every single day and this is your job and you're in there grinding for that shit, like, it's going to get aggressive. You're going to be sitting there trying to grab stuff. Everybody's in there competing. I mean, there's several different resellers in there. I mean, let's get real here. It's a competition. At the end of the day, you want the best stuff. And if you want the best stuff, you're going to have to fight for that shit. Like, one way or another. What's going on? I'm Nick. Y'all are here at Nick.Pickz today. About to walk y'all into the shop, show y'all some of my favorite pieces. Let's do it. So what's up, guys? Going to show y'all some of my favorite pieces. Going to start off strong with a little Rondio. Anybody that is into the metal space or old 80s rock knows that this guy is an absolute legend. One of my favorite pieces in the shop. I have an absolutely chopped version. It's a little bit different. It's from a different tour, but it is absolutely chopped. I mean, what am I supposed to do with that? I don't know. Come pick it up. Make an offer. I don't want it. But it is a legend. Another great piece that I got in my spot right now. 1979 North American Tour Jethro Tull. If you don't know them, just ask your dad. He'll know exactly who they are. They are sick. Another cool piece I got in the shop right now. If you're a true vintage guy, got some true vintage stuff, man. I mean, come on. Look at that tag. Absolutely beautiful. If you know, you know. But yeah, bro, Tennessee Tech, let me know. It's a chill one. Nice and easy to wear. For the women out there, your girlfriend, you want something nice and chill. Made in USA. It's pretty, it's cute. It's got that nostalgic child feel. Very fun. Can wear it pretty much anywhere. You want to wear it on the boat, unbutton it a little bit, you know what I mean? You want to go out to a nice dinner, get a nice blouse. It's right here. St. Patrick's Day right around the corner. Again, back to the true. Can't beat it, man. I mean, unique print. Tell me if you find somebody at the parade wearing that. You're not. Something for a little bit more casual wears. You know, we got some long sleeve hit Harleys. I mean, easy to wear. Gators. Like to keep the college wear flowing. Tokyo Motor Show. Nice and unique. 2011. I feel like that's the prime, like, JDM time. Everybody was fucking with that shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, Ren Fair just had that there at Starling Yard District here in Savannah, Georgia, 1986. Come on. King Richard's Fair, bro. If you know, you know. You got to. Some other chill pieces that we got in the shop right now. I mean, got plenty of Disney wear. You know, we're right here next to Florida. Got all that stuff trickling up. Got a little back hit for all you Y2K demons. Come on now. Now this one, this is pretty interesting, right? Just a regular jersey. Until you realize it's signed by the man himself. Cam Newton. If you're watching this, Cam, you're probably not. But if you are, shout out. Let me know how you did this game. Appreciate it. Over on the whites. Whites are kind of like my bread and butter. We got St. Patrick's Day coming up, so I'm honestly breaking out some of my favorite ones. This is a banger right here. If you're a Savannah local, you know exactly what this shirt is referring to. River Street is not an easy feat, especially when you've been drinking all day. Right back into another Simpsons hit, 2002. Fox, I feel like that's prime Simpsons. That's really when they were predicting shit. If you know, you know. Nice little unisex on a giant tag. It's a Metallica, easy wear. Looks like something you could pick up at PacSun, or you could just pick up the real thing. For all you baseball guys out there, all you sports lovers, I mean, come on. Hideo Nomo, if you know, you know. Dodgers fans, come on. He was a slammer, absolute sleeper back in the day. Casual, easy to wear, can wear it anywhere. I mean, come on, guys. This is easy stuff. What does that say on there? 25 bucks. Come grab that. Of course, we're in the beautiful state of Georgia, the Peach State. And what do we have a plethora of? 96 Olympics. Come and grab them. They're easy to wear. I used to love that stuff. Another Jimmy Buffett. Shout out D Vega. Got this off of him when I first started doing this. Wore it for a long time. Figure it's time to move owners. I don't know about y'all, but I believe in the man himself. The one, true one, Jesus. So, if you need some of him in your life, this is a great tee to do it with. For all you Georgia Southern guys, all you frat buddies, 1989 Greek Week. This is a sick one. I mean, super easy to wear. You can definitely tell it's been loved a little bit. Yeah, I mean, if you think you can oxy it out, show me, please, because I've tried. For all you garden ladies out there, you got a garden at the house, garden mom, I mean, come on, this is an easy wear. It's a no-brainer. What does that say? 20 bucks. Like, what? Come on, guys. And just a lot of casual wears in here, guys. I mean, honestly, just picked this one up off of Coach's Vintage. Shout out Coach's Vintage. Shout out Will. Yeah, I got this on a nice little trade, quick little bundle. I mean, I think it's a badass piece. I think it will go pretty quick. Yeah, so this is probably one of the coolest pieces I have in the shop right now. This is a 1992 Iron Maiden tortie, yeah, and it is pretty insane. It's got a really good fade on it. It's going to feature that single stitch sleeve like everyone loves. It's going to be a size XL. It's going to be on that Winterland tag, and yeah, it is really sought after. A lot of people look for these. The way that I found this is absolutely nuts. Savannah Bins guys, if you know, you know. You were there, you were there. I went to the bins one day, and when I walked in, it was straight at opening, and there was a bin with about 40 or 50 different t-shirts folded up into perfect little black squares, and one of them happened to be this banger right here. It turned out to be a lot of death metal, rock, and 90s grunge bands. There was another Def Leppard from the '89 Hysteria tour in there. We'll get to that in a few minutes, but yeah, it was one of my best days that I've ever had doing this. By far the most memorable. I mean, I was absolutely shaking when I pulled this. This is yeah, this is a kick-ass piece. I'll let it talk for itself. I don't really have too much to say about it. So this one right here is going to be a 1989 Stereo Tour, or excuse me, 1988. And these are really sought after. Def Leppard isn't necessarily my favorite band or anything like that. I just really love the way that this print looks. If you know anything about mall shopping, or if you go to the mall at all, you will see this print copied 100 different ways. And if that tells you anything, it just tells you that it's good. I heard something from Virgil Abloh one time in one of his interviews that I was watching, and it says, if people are copying your shit, it's probably really good. So take it as a compliment, and that's why I think this is a kick-ass piece, because this is by far one of the most replicated prints in all of streetwear, in my opinion. So yeah, I think it's a kick-ass piece to have on the wall. I love showing it off, love talking about it. It is for sale for the right price, so feel free to make an offer on that. This one right here is going to be a 1981 Blue Oyster Cult Tour. And this is a 3-panel tee on that quarter sleeve right there. And yeah, it is for the Fire of Unknown Origin Tour. And it is absolutely kick-ass. It's featured on the Knits medium-sized tag right there. Yeah, it's a super sought-after piece. I really like psychedelic rock, especially from that 80s feel. And this is one of my favorite bands. It doesn't fit me. I can't wear it. But I love looking at it. I just think it's such a kick-ass piece, and it is just so unique and sought after. So yeah, it sits up here on the wall. The next piece I got right here for you guys is going to be this 1980 Charlie Daniels Band Full Moon Tour tee. This is going to be featured on the Sport Tee tag, and it is going to be by Stedman. This is about a size large, maybe a size XL, depending on how you wear your tees. But it does have a little bit of a rip right there. I was pretty sad when I found out about that. I actually did get this off of another reseller. I don't think he knew that there was a rip on it, so I didn't really hold him to it. Yeah, but now it's a wall piece. I planned on wearing it. Didn't work out. Just a kick-ass tee. I love that band, so up in the rack it sits, and it's going to stay on the wall. So this piece right here, I actually got on a trade from another reseller, and this is going to be a beautiful 1991 Grateful Dead tour tee. And so this is from their June 1st show at the Coliseum in LA. Yeah, and it is just a really cool piece. I was super grateful to get it off this guy named Jared. He runs a page with his girlfriend. It's called Past Pedals. Shout out them. They're really nice people. But yeah, I got this off of a trade for him, and I don't think I'll let it go just because I'm honestly just so pumped about it. The coloring on it, the distressing, just the overall cadence of it, I really enjoy it. I think it has aura within itself. I'm probably not going to let it go. So this one is not for sale, but I'd love for you guys to take a look at it and just appreciate it as much as I do, hopefully. Last but not least, we got this liquid blue tagged 1992 Space Your Face tee. Again, not the rarest tee in the world, not the hardest to find, but I really like it. I think it has beautiful distressing. I think every single one of these holes tells a story that this guy who owned it before me definitely was loving it. He was, you know, giving it the time. He definitely went to a lot of shows in this. I think it's pretty apparent, especially if he got it from this year. So yeah, it's one of my favorite pieces that sits in the shop, and yeah, super transparent. You can pretty much wear it with anything. Denim, khakis, shorts, you name it. Yeah, it's a beautiful tee. One of my favorites.